Hello, hello. Today, I decided on a change of pace because I wanted to do the Hildibrand quests. I've not been doing them. I haven't done them in a while. Never done them, period. So I wanted to. I initially started it like a while ago while I was still doing the free trial. So I don't remember where I am, but I've been told these are the best quests around. So I really want to do them. Did you find the zombies? You did, that's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? I forgot this was about zombies. Yeah, I did a fate. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends, that's a shame, but this parchment, this is a map of Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to Sagoli. Which I think is in this map, isn't it? No, it isn't. I clearly... Whoop, wrong. West, go. Take me there. I'm so excited about this. Not gonna lie. I've been told this is great. I've been hyped. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Oh. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy though. I say we call out to them and let them know we came in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. Not coming in peace. I will go wither the wild rose blooms. A gentleman is rather than does. Show yourself off, Vince. I guess it'd be what's in the map, right? Yes, it is. Ugh, who summons the gentle dead man? Why does he have a crown? They live, and we hunger. What the fuck? What? My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Oh my god! Yes! Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. You need a new suit, dude. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No! It's the inspector! Catch it! Oh my god! Yes! We hear and we obey. So excited about this. Oh! Okay, buddy? It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector. What does he inspect? Also, she's floating in the air. Ugh, Inspector, Overlord, Inspector, Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Are those bombs? Or coconuts? Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Oh god, they're bombs. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force in the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Oh my god, woman. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Oh fuck, she's gonna bowl it? No, she just threw it. Death. His face! What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck is up with his lower back? There. Oh god. Oh, I love physical humor. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildibrand remembers me. He threw a fucking bomb at him, woman. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Oh my god, am I getting an echo from the sky? Final Fantasy XIV, why do you do this? Oh, she has a little boo-boo in her face. Oh, is this gonna be a Frankenstein thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I was making a joke. What the fuck? What the hell, man? I like how his abs are exposed. He has a little... Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... I like the flower in his head. Hmm? What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Wait, zombies are an actual thing in Final Fantasy XIV? By magic, I guess? Oh, it's the zombie support group. I'm sorry you're dead, bro. We're all dead too. Yeah, we'll kick the living in the butt, I guess. And I'm strong. Fuck. Zombies have a support group now. Oh god. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I already knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? I've been sitting on it. This ringing in my ear, this dizziness, could it be a case? Oh god, what are you gonna say? Are you kidding me? Oh, but there's a porter there. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ah! Okay. I'm panicking now. I wanted to see how it ended. It's in the Ruby Road, isn't it? I have to put my stupid stuff of Phoenix down somewhere. I could have put it on my chocobo, couldn't I? I'm an idiot. Okay, I have space. I can probably do it. Okay. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Can't believe you can only carry one of those. So the quest's like, nah, bro. Oh god, they're still here. Wait, are these technically zombies actually? Notice that. My home key. Hello? Oh my god, they are! Oh! Okay. Never mind. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Find me there. Am I gonna have to watch a cutscene? I don't think I misread the map. Oh no, I have to skip that. There you go. Thank you. Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that. I mean, both, sister. Mild concussion will not sway Spectre Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, destiny doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. My brain had to take a while to read that. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha, the Sagoli Desert. I bet my life on it. Which means Zul'Dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizen. Spectre Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Probably get new clothes. Which way did he go, Makoto? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. Ah! And change my outfit too. I think he'd be the one to change your outfit, but okay. Okay. Hey Agnes. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. I need to be mean like that. Jeez. What? You're looking for a half-naked islander? Well, like, to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this special friend of yours, tell him to do something about the goddamn duelist. My mate past cousin kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. That was a mouthful. Sorry lass, but it's information you want. You'd be served best by going to Wymond. Only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so I hear. When you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Sprint woman. I had Lowton, I keep forgetting about what. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, hey? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond, hey Wymond. Tal Almighty's bugging me with a bleeding spear, the dead risen, and they're walking the streets of Uldar. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. Oh, I like the thing she's wearing. It's true, it is not a zombie. I checked. How did you check that? You do seem to be hale and healthy. Which begs the question, how in the 7 Hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzeus' champion has returned, and he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. I thought I was Eorzeus' champion. You're telling me I'm not? Right about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that ever inquisitive, ever ambitious, ever reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden that said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from Segoli... What? 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 You didn't... Okay. A serendipity... Fuck. That word encounter indeed. Unless you do seek the belligerent duelist. Capital? It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. I thought you... Okay, I guess you didn't ask me to be here. You just mentioned you were coming here. And my character is an idiot and is like, oh, I guess they asked me to come here. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. God. Oh. Hello? There you go. Wyman believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation. Well, Makoto, you might as well go after him. You'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon? What a name. What a name! Is she cheese? She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Okay, so she is cheese. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Inspector Gadget. I have way too much excited energy because of this fucking quest. Okay, Ethernet with his guild. Oh. Okay, okay. Oh, you're pretty. Very pretty. Oh god, oh god. Okay. Oh, camera. Oh, camera. Oh my god, you're pretty. My beloved poor heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owners. The lady weeps, and the wind bears a sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. You need to lay low to it. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. I asked the dude, he left, and he didn't tell you. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I sniffle. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact the Faithful Day's excursion to Sunsilk tapestries. I thought he was gonna say, like, we need to hypnotize you or something. Any comments on this? What monster would steal my pure heart? Oh shit, I hit my mic. Sorry about that. Oh, that must have been loud, I'm sorry. Where are you? Hildibrand now. Okay, you're back at the entrance. Oh right, yeah, that's where you buy some cool stuff. Okay, let's have a look. She's here now again. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? I only wish this was voice acted. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. Oh, look how she's sitting there. That's cute. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. Is she falling asleep? Oh god. Ah, she woke up. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Her animation waking up is so cute. Oh, it's still technically here. Okay. Peloton! Make me go faster. That crate's looking at me funny. Yeah. Uh-huh. I know. It has engulfed me. Alright. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. I'm starting to see a pattern, lady. My character's like, what the fuck, woman? Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score ponzes. Ponzes? Is that an actual... Wait a minute. Ponzes... Wait... Oh my... Okay, it's a Final Fantasy unit of measurement. Right, because they have yalms as well, rather than... Oh my god. Wait. Okay, so a unit of distance, an ilm is 2.5 centimeters, an adult urine thumb, a ripe rollenberry. A foam is 30 centimeters, 30.5 almost. An adult Iurian's foot, a grown chocobo's tail feather. Oh my god, it gets better. A yalm is almost a meter. It's a bastard sword's blade. I'm guessing it's the size of it. Or an adult Laughlin male. A malm, which is 1.5 kilometers, is the distance an adult Ellison can run in a 10th bell. Isn't that like relative? Like, if he's not in good shape, he's not going to be able to run that distance. The approximate height of Ogomoro. I don't know what Ogomoro is. In terms of weight, onze is 28 grams. An adult iron's thumb, 100 gil coin. Okay. A ponze, which was what she hit the guy with, is half a kilo. Half a kilo is very bad if you get hit with it. That's pretty bad. A merchant scale stone, a block of kukuru butter. Imagine he got hit with butter. A tonze is almost a ton, really. It's 907 kilograms. It's a fully matured gubu, the big dudes, or 600 bottles of wine port red, one standard overseas shipment. That is interesting. Oh shit, I missed that. He hit him with the coin. 120 ponzes? Oh, it was 120. Jesus, woman. Wait, can I make the calculation for that? Ponzes, wait. So 1 ponze is half a kilo, pretty much. I'm gonna open a calculator. So 120 times 0.45. 55 kilos. Holy shit, woman. What the fuck? It's like you go to the gym and someone just starts fucking double wielding like the weights. Fucking hell, woman. How many coin did you have? 120 pawns is Miss Moon. You are remarkable strong for a woman. Okay, dude, you don't say that. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in insight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Sure are a lot of giant crates in Ulda, at the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestry, and here too. Okay. Stand back. I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. You can interact with them, yep. These crates are everywhere, Makoto. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try it? It'll be fun. How many people are around us? You fucking terrorist. Destroy the suspicious crates with Nash's. Right. Many cope with grief. Oh my god. Wow, there were people in there? I guess that explains the breathing and... Isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart? Inspector, oh Inspector, look. You're still not giving me anything. I feel like this is... We've reached the end of the episode of Dead in Paradise, where he gets all the suspects together. Is like, it was you! At the heart of every crime rests a single and assailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Right, as eternity. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. So you think we're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. What were you doing with that sword, or whatever it is? You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We shall be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Step on us! Goddess, devotees, but of course! The idea you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as... Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Unless you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deducted that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. Damn. I should know, I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. What was the story behind him dying? I don't remember that. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, yes, very good. The name of the man is... I ended the Dragon Song War. And this is... Huh? Where in the bloody hells you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Jesus Christ. I'm loving this. Wait. Oh, there you are. I'm fucking blind. Oh, I'm gonna get some water. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell her the identity of the victim. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer called Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. Aha! I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Hi, I'm Humphrey, and you are? Uff, puff. At last I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of a marauding duelist. Me, a victim? Haha, how amusing. You amused me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You are not a warrior of light, fuck you. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartno. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu. We were. Core, he was a dab hand in the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... So this guy's crime is stolen valor. Got it. That man is the warrior of light. She's the warrior of light. Oh my god, that man is so bold. It actually doesn't fade very well with his skin, so it looks like he has a bald cap on. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy's for restoration. Even gave him guilt to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding horse, and look at me. Look at my head. My flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. Oh my god, I feel bad now. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Why are all these sword feminine? That awkward moment when they looked at each other like, Alright, alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guilt to pay the Chirogen. I have no idea where Yoda the sword is. Next you're gonna tell me you're not the warrior of light. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? I mean, he's not wrong. We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Fuck. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. I'm very aggressive now. I mostly have dances. I'm gonna do battle stance to you. Praise me, for I will destroy you. Blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Okay. Ayabe. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. The traveling merchant Jojompa is the one you sought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Hildibrand. Yeah, what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapons? Pride? No, it must be deeper than that. Boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. Right. This goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. Insert that meme of the monkey being like, sigh. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade if deception brings him peace in his final days. Would it be so wrong? Elazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. I always love when Lalafels have like small little mustaches. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origin, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at the present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. If there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tusk, you should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. You literally share one brain cell with the cat girl, and most of the time she has a brain cell. Okay, back down we go. Yeah, this like always reminds me of that scene from the remake they did of Jungle Book. It's similar aesthetic. Anyway, it occurs to me that I have not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Why? Not without first coating it with liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. No. Oh, no. Thick, sticky oil collected from the underbelly of a river-dwelling salamander. Kill me. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. You fucking joking, dude. You what? Ah, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Why am I massaging you? I'm gonna drink some water. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Can you not? Oh, for fuck's sake. Close your eyes, Alfinod. You don't want to see this. Right there, yes. Keep doing that. Just like that. Just like... Yes, now, once more, with feeling. Alfinod. Close your eyes. Oh my god, this is a long massage. Jesus. Ah, never before have I received such splendid administrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman. I'm already in the spring. Got a pebble. I spy with my inspector's eye. Am I just gonna find trash? I think I will. Just trash. Just trash it. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? A worthless bottle. That is not the sword you're looking for. A useless rock. A completely useless and unremarkable rock. Come now, what are you expecting? A rock that keeps squirrels away? Irrelevant potsherd. Well, at least you didn't pick up a rock at the random like some people. Okay, I feel attacked. No sign of the sword Jojumpa mentioned, I see. Ah. Now I'm all wet. What was that anyways? Did something cause you to... You tripped on a sword. How did you not cut yourself? Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search a section of the spring was a stroke of Achoo! Achoo! Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there. Crime Pepe hands? While you're there, purchase a few bottles of our air tonic for a lizard as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friends? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. I like how the journalist just agreed and came with us. Crim Pepe hands. What is... Gang gang. I feel like every company that tries to recruit me has the oh whoa thing. I'm good, thank you, dude. I do love the name, though. Pepe Hands. I mean, technically, I like how it says you decline the invite to Gang Gang, even though it has, like, they always have, like, 2 names or something. Oh, wait, was that the name of the person? Yeah, that's the name of the person, never mind. I'm an old woman. Okay, okay. You inside this house? Yes, you are. All here, I guess. Is Gang Gang like Camp Cam? Anyway, as promised, I return to you, your father's Asian blade. Aye, it is her. Every cheap and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for 2 strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. It's common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Looks at the sky. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I bought your change of clothing, also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Why? Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case... Oh, the tonic is for the baldness. Got it, got it. Here, put this on your head. Is it gonna get sniped or something? Oh my god! Oh my god! My character had no reaction! The dramatic zoom in of my character's like, all around me are familiar faces. Why not play this fucking scene? Inspector Hildibrand. There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? No, it's the phantom thieves. They're here to steal your heart. He's just flashing it. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. Is daring you to stop him. Oh my god, that face! What? What? They just took the engine they built this game. I was like, let's make the weirdest face expression we can. And they just start sliding the sliders. It's like when you make a fucking abomination in Dark Souls, just like all the sliders up or down. Let's go. A challenge for me? Oh, at least the curtain rises. Alas, the curtain rises, sorry. Very well, if I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. It's time to duel! No. No way! I stopped the Garland Empire. And this is what I'm doing in my free time. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible. So bold, so majestic. Just like a warrior of light. Do not. No, a gentleman of light. I actually accept that. That is, yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god, my panties are wet. He is exceptionally something. Core, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. Wait, is Core like a... Anyway. Oh my god, he does have his hair back. That's pretty cool, actually. Look, he's just hugging himself. Oh no, blackface came to... Why is it completely black? My game glitch out? No, I'm not trying to be racist. Usually when it's like when a character model is missing, sometimes it shows up as completely black in other games. So I was wondering if that was on purpose or not. This far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Oh god, you walk funny. Actually, you must be a beast, right? Because I don't think that was a normal walking cycle. Oh my god. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let's call it, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? Oh my god, it is fully black. The bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. The three collectors. Fuck me. I love this. Oh? Hello? Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried in the pumpkin. What? Pumpkin sort of remind me of, no, it's gone, never mind. What? Okay, bye, I guess. Whoever wrote this needs a fucking raise. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Oh, he's doing the glasses thing that everyone in anime does, but when I try to do it, I just look like a fool. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The Treaty Blade is part of Ishgardian's noble collection, or was, I should say. Now, it's not yet been stolen, it has been purchased by a Uldan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike while I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I'm also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers. The sort to see in Camp Drybone Cells. You can come along if you like. First day of English, sorry. I had a feeling you couldn't resist the pull of a good story. Since you're here, why don't you choose the Alphic Lavender to buy? Hey, oh, sorry. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed them? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Almojan arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Almojan don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to mispresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sake, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you and your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin, he knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he's competent, but when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. It belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like the buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think of Hildibrand. Same. We should get going. Lady Duralda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Try not to think general. Anyway. Oh my god, is that a dragon? That looks amazing! That looks so cute! Anyway. I probably still have a ticket for that, actually. Or did I use them all? I remember I still had them for like the longest time. Vesper Bay. Yep, there it is. Why not? I don't need to spend money on this. Okay. Where art thou? You inside this? I believe you have something to present, Lady Duralda. Go on then. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my side before I have you removed. Fragrant fairy lavender rarely found in the arid lowland regions of Scotland. Do you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you will earn my respect. What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, and changing. Like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Duralda. We mean no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warning otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools, I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the mithril eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath. For I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. But you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on, my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair. Please. Please. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep, until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Stop smiling like that, dude. My lady, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance, in pursuit of me? No, I'm good, thank you. As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable incompetent... To be fair, you're not spending a single gil on me. He slow walks up the stairs. You missed a step, bro. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Alright, Kyoko. Brindian, consulting inspector. At your service, my lady. I'm gonna mispronounce his name so much. He looks like a puppy. Oh my god, she has a statue of that asshole. You dick. Conniving inspector. Consulting inspector. Briardine. Briardine? Briardine, I guess. Sniff sniff. Rotting flesh and salt pepper. Hildibrand, Mundervild, and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing a professional of which they know not. Call me when you're finished with these wastrels. Oh, what's wrong, little lady? You see, I did not want nor need your help. Briardin is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... The vase was belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? Oh, my lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. Wow, wow, wow. But I almost choked on it. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Oh. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Don't make that face to a child, dude. I picked up the vase in Ulda, like mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I want to go and look, but there was scary looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. Aww. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. Keep dragging the reporter into this. Oh, she's so happy. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardine. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come now, we must away. I don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventure for help, understand? Oh, look at me! I'm like... Smile, I'll help you. I'm not a weirdo like Hildibrand, don't worry. Out, I have forthcoming appointments with a very prestigious guest and will suffer your presence no longer. Okay, let's take my fat boy. That girl what run by earlier? I seen her. Had something in her hands but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it doesn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. I mean, if she dropped it down the bridge, I doubt it survived? What the? Oh, those are plants. They look like balloons holding stuff. I was so confused. Down there. Sorry. A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with the queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Oh, it's the dude. Oh my god, he has a green chicken? He is like a beast, kind of. A pox upon the thieving demon bird. Shall rue the day cross paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... God, curses infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There's something in the water at the man's feet. Oh god. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Drilley? Drilled over... Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search I did not notice. Search for what, pray tell? Demon bird that I absconded with my weapon. I sat down for but a moment, only to see it next to the talons of the accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. Are you gonna super glue it? But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Please tell me there's a minigame where I super glue it together. Why does this feel so familiar? How could I have been so careless? Oh, shit, sorry. I didn't mean to click on you. He's so cute, the poor little girl. Okay. I have it. Can you super glue it, please? Come to present your findings. Have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. All the Sultan's chocobo and all the Sultan's men wouldn't put this face back together again. Well done, my friend. This will be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. Okay. What manner of solution could he have? The vase looks to be beyond all hope to me. Yes! Oh, yes! Finally, I will have the dance that I wanted. A sharded antique vase will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. There's but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low, so breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. Is that the Santa Claus dude? This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetuated a series of robberies in Old Daw, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by a humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Golden Court. Brassblades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had of the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh. This is my companion, Enkidu. A green chicken. I'm preparing it ahead of time for green Thai curry, so I just put all the spices in it to make it green ahead of time. So when I eat it, it tastes better. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. Pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. His name was Gilgamesh. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know, the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deducted they most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Tanlan. There, it is there we shall begin our search. I love this quest. Alright. I like how the girl's singing with us. If a doblin became a zombie, would that make it a zoblin or a dombie? Why? The doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around? But I have so many quests here that I need to... Goldsmith is not to be trifled with. Oh, sorry. Basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of blood footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Oh my god, it's gonna finish right here. Which makes me think it's in this cutscene. His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still quite warm. Yes. Oh my god, it's doing that face. That anime porn face. The Goblin, the Basilisk, this hairy man are all were slain with a hammer. As was that beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. Oh my fucking god! A chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be around. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Yes, bring the child to this dangerous man with a hammer. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance. Just turns into that minigame from Yakuza 0 where you go to the disco. I'm Amanda Manderfield man, doing what only a Manderfield can. From the peaks of Coerthus to Tandaland, Manderfield man. Oh, I love this dance so much. It's so silly, I just love it. I cannot avert my eyes. That is a dance of House Manderville passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within the sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay inconceivable violation of my family's tradition, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Yes. Yes. I'm all powerful now. Fuck completing Endwalker. Manderville, that's where it's fucking at. Oh, yes. Yes. Let me unblock that. I want to break free. Slowly put this above literally everything. Now, we witness. Yes! I can finally do it! Yes! Oh my god, my character is so happy! Oh, I'm crying, I love this. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. Hi. Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait, I just did it. What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? Guardians of the Gal- Oh my god! Time has come for you to do what only a Manderville can. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Oh, I love this game so much. Oh. Oh, please. This is not the music I was expecting with this. I am the warrior of light. I ended the dragon song. fucking love this. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. Oh my god. Why are you off naked, dude? Santa, this is inappropriate. Oh ho ho. You have not to fear for me, not at all. The only accounts I come to settle were with the Chimera. Daddy? His fucking name is actually Godbird. He's the god among birds. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbird. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? Wait, I know you. She of strong yet tender fingers. But more importantly, how in the hell did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Uh-oh. You're in trouble with Daddy. Daddy? Daddy, please. Why do you have a hammer? Oh my god. Oh my god! Holy shit! By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Uh-oh. Oh my god, the Catwoman! Holy shit. Run for your life. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, mouse away from that. Holy shit! Hildibrand, Halidor, Maximilian Manderville. Suplex! Oh my god, he was so happy by the end. Oh, but his clothes are destroyed again. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home. And 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion of their beloved son was dead? Oh my god, I want to know what your mom looks like, dude. Son? You are Hildy's father? Goldbird's a goldsmith's a Manderville man, smithing as only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Manderville man. Why are you naked? Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. No, bitch. This antique vase must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria. Oh my god, he's so muscular. I wish I was him. Ah, do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. I'm gonna start saying that every time I go to work. How? With a hammer? Sure. Hold your paws until the end. By regard, guide my hammer. Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique historical value. Oh my god. Nonsense. I've taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. Thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir? I don't think my mother is going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she'll take a liking to this reimagining. What the fuck is that face? What was that face? That's like a Gmod broken facial expression. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. And Kido as well, I should think. How would a chicken... Never mind. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I finish gathering materials. I think I may have seen the demon bird which took my weapons. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. I don't get to fight the demon bird? Damn it. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Oh, I did. Oh. Oh, you're back with the clothes. Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase. I hope she likes it. If every compound of an object were to be replaced, could the resulting object be fundamentally considered the same? Philosophers are unsure. Godbert does not care. Do you know about the concept of the cheap of thesis? Ah, yes. Fucking WandaVision. Mother, I bought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. I see here, Lady Durilda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Oh my god. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as myself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it, I love it. I would go so far to call it the new centerpiece of my Throne Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work, and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. Expository banter? I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute, your father is Lord Godbert Manderville? The man who took Hyolan's quiverant seat on the Syndicate? It appears there has been a great many developers over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards investigating of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Byrdin. You okay? I think she likes it. Oh, you're so sweet. We have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Byrdin at once. I hope I did not speak over much earlier. My wife would describe it as proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish rapport with my fellow man. I like you, Godbert. Hey, bitch. Himbo, why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to the stage even you can win them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the treaty blade through a merchant named John Jopin who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed among Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. I care to disagree. Look at these muscles. Yes. He's like, what the fuck? Mayhap we could use some more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am the master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? Ugh. The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields an halberd. Aha, a man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Coerthas. Are you really not making the connection, my dude? And I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come and don't. I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. She's falling asleep. Aww. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described me as an halberd-wielding brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have to wearing impractical clothing? Oh my god, these two have 0 brain cells. Aha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. And my character has no brain cells for not saying anything either. I'm gonna drink some water. I think I need to drink alcohol after this. That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Coerthas. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. What's the name of this one? The Three Collectors. I want to see how far ahead I am on this. Oh, not at all, actually. Well. Anyway. Okay. There's gonna be a dungeon after this. Really? It's because there's so many cutscenes, it feels like such a long time. But it's really just 4 quests per set. Hail of thee, fellow servant of justice. I take you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Do you want to say that more loudly? Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. Eddie, Sergeant, they're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. Sir, hi. Bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this the land always so inhospitable? Biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh, should I chance to find the thieving duelist? I will of course summon you, after administering requisite bidding. Haha. Oh my god, is it gonna be that he's actually not it? And he's just... Oh my god. Good, you're still... Huh? Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief as are we. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. Call of Duty shoot a man. You look like you might actually be useful. You look like you might actually have a brain. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Over here. Over yonder. Oh my god. What are you guys doing? Any halberd wielding mummers shall answer to me. You see that just now? No? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure you ain't here. Inspector, over here, look. What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. What do your elf eyes see? Ah, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. Oh, that's snowman. There is not out of the ordinary here either. Oh, is that for making mochi? No luck, huh? We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. The chicken just ran past. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Okay, there he goes. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best to arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Sally, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I'll be duly armed should the worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Ellie, please save me from this. Come now, how hard can it be to find a large man dressed in red and coarse? Won't save me. It's cold out here. Take your post, my good woman, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. This is gonna end up badly. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You said it says it too, don't you? Oh my god. Am I the only one with a brain cell in this group? Like you have nothing? Or is it the chicken that has the brain cell? Guys. I feel like my character is just like going along with this, being like, let's see where this goes. Rick, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways, it bore a resemblance to a spear, but in other respects, it was quite different. It was crowned with the magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. Oh, yeah. Didn't notice that before. It was one of the first weapons I handed to my collection after arriving in these lands. I added to my collection. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. Fucking... Oh my god, it's finally over. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Yeah, now you call me Shirley? No matter, give it to me. Give it to me. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a men together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are in an impasse. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. I know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Sally, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights of mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. You fucking idiot. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done not wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Oh, he's so sad that his friend is a shitbag. Ah yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impossible. I know who you are, even if the imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Oh my god, yes. Which way did he go, Makoto? Did you see? His name wasn't really Greg, is it? As you find my advice unsporting, I remind you that your duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of honor you may possess. I wasn't saying no, jeez. Oh my god, Hildibrand. Now show me, Sally. Ah, my good woman, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless detected, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. What the fuck? It didn't give us in Evansward, but now in this fucking quest they're doing like this cool pan shot through the bridge of Ishgard. Are you joking me? Or one of them at least. Hello? Morning. Anyone home? Yes, it was I beyond these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At last I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. No, I was just here for the popcorn, dude. I should have bought popcorn. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are for fate. Fair terms, do you not think? I'll even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage, haha. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time. Oh my god. Okay, I don't like that perspective. He's just slightly bigger, jeez. I thought the ultimate weapon. My character's like, oh god. I wonder how long I'll have to wait to get into a room to do this. Hildibrand. Do not worry about me, friend. I shall extricate myself in due time. Okay. What? In here somewhere, isn't it? What is it called? Battle of the Big Bridge. There it is. Oh, it turned white for some reason. In his quest to acquire the strongest of weapons, the notorious duelist Gilgamesh has long eluded authorities until now. Forced to take a stand at the impossible Griffin Crossing, he has challenged you to a duel. Triumphant, he shall yield his latest prize. But should you fail, your weapon will be forfeit. Hey, let's wait a long time for this. I'm gonna look up some strategies. He's gonna turn people into toads? Oh, and the fucking chicken attacks you? Oh my god, this is high level difficulty. Okay, it doesn't seem that bad. Oh my god, I already am in. Holy shit. Unexpected. It takes so long to get the extreme words, but this? Fuck yeah. Just join it. Oh my god, the music. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh my god, everyone's doing emotes. I love the sound of this. Oh god.
It's Toad, your favorite.
Oh my god, he has lines.
Fine, I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. Not half my life. Empathy. Why, I've been had. This is far from the strongest of fears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something.
Oh god. Like the bomb. God.
I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we gained an understanding. An understanding. I will pound you, silly! Rocket punch!
Oh god. I was confused. Look at what is! Oh god! He has slippers that look like... Ah, I forgot the name of the things. Muggles. Muggles. Don't touch me, I'm a frog. I'm a frog. Rabbit.
I won't look out so easily.
Oh, God damn it. Wait, I'm not a frog. Oh, fucking fucked up. Fine. It just made me small.
Well then.
Well then.
That's enough of a beating for now.
What the fuck? That poor rooster. Oh my god. Hey, here's my recommendation since everyone left. Gonna have it. Oh, I got one too! Yay! Commendation. I keep saying recommendation. Still on the ground. Why, Greg? Why? Are you dead again, Inspector? How many swords did he drop while- wait, doesn't the one there just look like a laser sword? But even to my untrained eye, this is obviously a counterfeit blade. And so is this one and this one. What in the world? Alone yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the outboard. We will proceed with the delivery. So he was just stealing like counterfeit swords that were shit. It's like, I want the best weapon, but they're all shit. Not this game. He's like, yes, I too offer this. This is more magnificence than I imagined. It would make a fun addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. Aw, thank you, Riordan. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Riordan. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Plot twist! Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my 3D blade? What? Didn't we just give you the 3D blade? Oh god, that looks disgusting. Disguise yourself as a client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The men in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the Albert. However, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Uh-oh. Oh. I just stepped aside. Oh, he danced away. Oh, in the butt. Oh. Holy shit, guys. I literally just stepped aside. He's still dancing. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briding. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief! I said it! I said it! It's a crossover episode. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent us. Very well, I and I alone, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. I'm just like there sitting like, yep. He's fucking dancing still. Stop it. They really had fun with the official expressions. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon. Oh, Maria, you're so precious. How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. Oh, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. Aww, she does love her daughter in a way. Ha ha ha. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Aww. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man. That can... Huff mark my face, oh phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the Huff. Again, the model's completely black. It's so jarring. Oh god, is it gonna be like next episode? There is. There is. Okay. Gentleman hero. The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. But seeds of jealousy quicken within the inspector's soul. Can true love bloom in this battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? A case of indecency. Decency. Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. I love this quest line. Oh god, I love this quest line so much. Oh, fuck me, this is great. Okay. Hello, Ellie. Ellie puts her skill as a reporter to good use. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found out Lapis Maiden. The girl names Arabella, daughter of one Master Gugumaru, a prominent member of East Aldernon Trading Company. Her eyes and hair, a most exceptional shade of blue, her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. A purported beauty, I should say. You see, none of them actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is of a protective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is just about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed, and not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Bulgari Consortium. Formal announcement is set to be made at the commemorative feast to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol overseeing preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. Oh god. Here we go again. I swear this quest is gonna kill me from laughter. Oh, fuck. Go. This is Master Kukumero of the East Aldernon Trading Company and father of the bride. Let's see what he can tell us. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter from Mithril Eye. If I may have just a moment of... Ah yes, the two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Oh, that's the goggles she was talking about. Okay. Brass Blades of Gerber, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them can cause a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. If this thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Right, 4 eyes. Consulting Inspector Breardine, your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I've promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whiff of your precious gil. Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Great fortunes that you will never know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Oh my god, is he there? That's him in the background, wasn't it? Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it's painfully obvious. A letter of challenge. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. Oh, she's here now. What the fuck? This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with the supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. So you failed once, now you want to redeem yourself? Even now, the fiend is in our midst. Having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast, I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vaness, would be an obvious target for a thief, so too would be his father, Morgant. Guessing that's the father and that's the kid. Yoltonolto and his wife, Saina, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is said to appear. He also has the goggles, huh? Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugumeru himself. Finally, we have Leeuwart, a steward of Gugumeru's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save from the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless a phantom thief lurks amongst them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. So he's just infiltrated with these guys, like, learn everything. I have to give you more credit, dude. We'll begin our questioning of suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Behind you, yeah. Hildibrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. Pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briardine. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Manderville man can. They're just like, yeah, woo! Oh god. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector. I'll realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past. The fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Yep, the fish is still there. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is flawless, and not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. Your plan fucked up last time, dude. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While this may be asking much, do try not to do something too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Okay. Hey, Ellie. Inspector Briardine seems to have taken a liking to you. You should be proud. As you can see by his treatment of someone we know, the man doesn't suffer fools lightly. You're calling me a fool, you bitch! It is not my fate's whimsy that we have been reunited here today, friend. You were destined to be by my side as I apprehended the fiend and defended the fair maiden's virtue. Or... that's from another quest. Hi. You've come, excellent. With the buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to the more important It looks like I turned into a chocobo. It's like I walked to the beach, I only saw one set of footprints, and they look like a chocobo's. You've come, excellent. With the buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Makoto. You were there when the phantom thief, in the guise of Lady Duralda, stole off with the treaty blade. Was there anything about her foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? I mean, both of these. Intriguing. Where most would point out for the sheer physical perfection of the disguise, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn in the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. And yet, like you, this was a secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Duralda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friend or family could detect what odd is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began, so it afforded our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Makoto. If you were a thief, whose identity would you first assume? Well, if you can perfectly mimic someone, there would be no problem trying to disguise yourself as a guest. But the brass blades do have easier access to the girl. And he can, like, you know, figure out, like, their paths and routings and shit. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in numbers, few in words, able to come and go as they please, a fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our men. Deducting as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who has not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has now made an habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to generally security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as a bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like it or as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief will not have a hard time. Our thief would not have had time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Okay, yep, there it is. I don't know, I keep giving the greens. It's force of habit at this point. Fly in the 6-legged horse. Fuck was that song? I've never heard that one. Hello. Excellent, you are one of the less incompetent assistants I've worked with. Thank the gods, please free me from my chains before the snippers eat me alive. There, now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol, at a briefing of sorts. Master Gucumaro gave us each our orders, who would be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I know, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped of my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received the orders from Master Gucumaro. Who was to be your charge? My memory is hazy, but one was Morgat, father of the groom. The other was Lalafine Gent from Limsa. Dolto, now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? And to think of it, yes, there was also the steward, Leohart. I was to review with him the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgat, Nolto, and Leeward. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of God, just make sure the imbecile doesn't cause too much of trouble in my absence. No promises. I think I'll just finish this one and then I'll finish the stream because... Oh, my voice. I haven't done this in a while. Need to get back to the rhythm of it. Oh, he's back to his normal suit. Inspector Breeden seems to have taken a liking to you. You should be proud. As you can see by his treatment of someone we know, the man doesn't suffer fools lightly. Ah, there you are, friend. And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Breeden's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgan, Tialto Nolto, and the steward Lewand. You said this does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the inspector shall be none the wiser, haha. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, it would not have simplified the task for me so. There is one of our suspects hanging suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. God. Why do I feel like you're gonna do that literally? Lucky father of the groom-to-be, or the fiend who would sully the maiden's virtue. In a matter of moments, all shall be revealed. All I have done to raise Arabella to a beautiful young woman has been in anticipation of this day. I've never been more proud to call myself her father. Wow, you're an asshole. I am Vanessa, the chairman of Brugger Consortium. And who exactly were you again? I'm sorry, I just realized that I don't particularly care. I feel sorry for this girl already. Jesus. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of a tongue could put our case nigh our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-ordered art of parley, handed down from Manderville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Ashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words, leading to his inevitable demise. Good day, Master Gugamera, and fine day it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter. Just who in the Seven Elves are you anyway? Guards? Guards? Now... Hold your chocobos, Gugamera. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have you? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, Evans. Phantom thief, balderdash and rot, if you ask me. Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all, haha. Wow. Even if this girl turns out to not be, like, you know, the perfection of beauty, this poor girl. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effective, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. See, them sight easier on the eyes than you. What? Are you kidding me? Ellie, you have poor taste. Ha, that's me, Vannes, ever calm in the face of danger, truly his father's son. That's me, Vannes. A worthy heir of the Burgundy Consortium and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say, ho ho. Which reminds me, Master Vannes, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent me some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasure in the realm will be yours once we are wed, haha. God, I hate you. Time-honored Manderville art of parley would be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoken up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Aha, let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Sally. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Oops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I saw only 200 trusted families before confronting Yoltonolto and Leeward, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Vannes is me own flesh and blood. Barely needs saying that he'd settle for no less than the most storied beauty of the realm over. Okay, you're an asshole, right? You're an asshole. Cool. The other die is not that bad, but... Christ. So, you don't know what I'm betting is gonna happen. They had this whole thing about, like, in the preview, that she was this beautiful girl, but she looked very human, right? I have a feeling she's gonna be, like, completely, like, ugly or something. I don't know. That's gonna be my guess. You have to note only a word. One of the two wears a mask, but which, with a few words, all will be revealed. Oh, how am I looking forward to meeting Miss Arabella. They say many a song is sung of her beauty. Mind you, there was a song or two sung of me in my day. Oh, I forgot to talk to Leeward. Sorry. Oh. I've not seen your face around here. With the East Aldernon Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldernon Trading Company. Haha. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell, is Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Cyanus here's no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are me manners? Yalto Noltos of Bruggery Consortium, and this is my wife, Cyana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses would be happening at a better time, what with all the manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim to our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... You have heard of mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fist of Rolgar. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantras once a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by a ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as mandragoras, yes? They kill you to read the mithril eye and educate yourself from time to time. Fierce old lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they stuck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen product produced. It arrived safely some time ago. What was she doing? Settle down, Sanana. Forgive me, wife. She was always saying how meat is bad for a figure, and with that, it's best to go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy. None of those three were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest the E of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope, E of many faces will laugh last. Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. This is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Breardine will be back any moment now. And he is not the time to suffer for excuses. Quite so, Miss Sally. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Leeward spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Breardine will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Good food, good drink, and good tidings. Today's announcement will send even more gil flowing into our coffers to make the wine taste all the sweeter. Oh, how I'm looking forward to meeting Miss Arabella. They say many songs is sung of her beauty. Mind you, there was a song or two sung of me. Okay, yeah. Renting out Master Gregory's private property would be almost unthinkable for most folks. Guild talks, and neither the Bruggery Consortium nor the East Aldernard Trading Company are in any danger of running their coffers dry. Sorry. God, like, is this just the first quest, by the way? Oh my god, it is. Holy shit. Fuck me. Some of those coconuts don't look like coconuts. No, they look like bombs. I made that joke like 2 hours ago. This crates may contain the foodstuffs of which Master Lero spoke. At a glance, they do not appear particularly suspicious, but our investigation must not be deterred. Look at this. Now there's water, now there isn't, now there's water. Crates of assorted foodstuffs, veritable host of luscious looking coconuts. It appears that our man Leeward spoke true. Ye gods. Are these explosives? I spy concealed among these coconuts. Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear we have found our friend and thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Okay, well... Nash, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choices of hobbies, but what in the name of 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardine is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all into a fury demise. Confounding Inspector Briardine, explode, a fury demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Oh, don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. That's gonna be the ultimate thing, is like, he's gonna like make himself look like Briardine. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble. Yes, the Inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Sally, should Inspector Briardine come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Makoto and I'll see that the Inspector keeps a wide breath from this breach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Briardine has been led safely from the scene. Investigation called for us, and we must heed its cry. Why are we covering for them? I dare say, if they're all this length, this is gonna be the longest one. All we have to do is lure him away from the crates. That shouldn't be too difficult, right? Professor Briardine would share with you his latest findings. So, Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Aha! Indeed, but enough about Hildibrand. Makoto and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. If you go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There, of all places? But surely you can find somewhere more scenic. I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk litter beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector, privacy indeed. Oh, fuck. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Makoto, I'll figure out a way to lead him clear of the bombs. Oh god, that was louder than the background voice. That scared me. Won't have him turn around. I think the tide is rising. We should get moved to higher ground. Oh god. Oh boy. Coconuts are so shiny. We're all both staring at them. Is it just me or is there a bit of chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. Yes, yes, yes. I for one welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Oh! Though the questioning of the brass blade attacked by our quarry, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yotonolto, and Leeward. The 3 of us shall split up, and each of us keeping watch over. Are the 2 of you listening? Of course we are. Beg your pardon, Inspector. Yes, yes. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chilly wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there is no need. Wait here. I shall build us a fire. Oh no. Aha! Methinks the inspector has taken a leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. He left a stick behind. Here you are. This bit of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a footstone on my person. Yep. Yep. They're gonna blow up the whole beach. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. There's no cause for alarm. It is not blood that courses through Inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm, composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Well, it's fine. Oh no. Oh no. What have we here? Oh no. Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Guys. Guys! Her face! Could this be another challenge from the Fiend? Oh no. Oh no. Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless just an idle ravings of some madman. Yes, I agree. Perhaps, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Guys, give us hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It's more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Yeah, it's the one that says he's gonna blow up. Yep. Confounding Inspector Briardine will meet a fiery demise. Oh my god, his face! Is she praying? Is she praying? Oh, please, someone grab that. I'm the warrior of light, and I just stood there like, no. Oh my god. Okay. No, you missed. I'm just defending myself. Oh, is it gonna land on his head? Okay. Okay, that's good, yeah. Can someone take the torch away from the bombs, please? He's like, oh, thank God. Oh no. Oh no. I did a very similar face to what he just did. Why does he always end up like that? I'm just sitting there like, yep. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ring in my ears, but otherwise no worse for wear. You have my gratitude. Aww, they're getting along. Hildibrand Manderville, were you able to learn out of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Expector, yet I fear our query proves ever elusive. Excellent. I may have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. You must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Oh. Vigilance, yes, vigilance is the order of the day. You're not the one who got a Manderville wife. He did. And what in the name of the gods? Tall's teeth. Those vegetables cost a fortune and they're ruined. Ruined. Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroy before the banquet begins. I will see the entire lot of you rot in gaol. It was coconuts, dude. What? Illyrio Thief has decided that my prodigious intellect presents the greatest threat of his schemes. Perhaps he's a more clever man than I thought. Thanks to our quick thinking, the bombs are no more and the Spectre is none the wiser. 'Tis a shame to see good food go to waste. Though, those coconuts look positively luscious. I would ask how he survived an explosion at point-blank range, but something tells me one more mystery better left unsolved. Is that a fish? I'm getting angry. Fucking hell. Okay, I think I'm gonna put myself in custody, so I think I'm gonna end it there. Because my voice is cracking and dying. Oh, this is so good, dude. Oh, I need to do more of this. Oh, this is so good. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time. See ya.